one, a sovereign country has a right to have its own policies and to define its own policies by its own representatives, in the sense that the people elected their representative, and so it reflects the interests of the people. And unfortunately, we in Canada do not have the parliament making our policy, immigration policy. Maxime has been in the parliament for 8 years. He's never sat in a discussion where a motion was moved, a parliamentary bill was brought on the question of immigration. It is made by only a cabal of bureaucrats and an interest group, you know. So we need to have that conversation at some point, and that's what People's Party is engaged in, that we have to have that conversation. We are a sovereign country. We decide who comes into our country, okay? Quickly, on the reverse side of that is, yeah, I'm an immigrant. Many of us are immigrants in this country. But I wasn't born in Calcutta with an entitlement to be a professor at Western University. There is no such entitlement. There's 7 billion people in this world, and you know, we are 35 million people. The United States is about 335 million people. There's no entitlement anywhere that, you know, you have the right to land in New York and claim it. But that's exactly what Justin Trudeau has now signed, the UN Global Compact on Migration, which basically says that in a borderless world, every individual has a right to move from where they are born as a result of whatever they claim to be, they are victim of, into the north, that is, from the global south into the north, with equal rights as a citizen. So, this idea, where does it come from? If it doesn't come from the totalitarian left, you take away that somebody has built over a lifetime, over a generation, and then hand it over to somebody else based upon your own ideological thinking, and you will distribute it. That's the redistributive scheme that is taking place in this whole idea. So no, in fact, an immigration policy, a sane immigration policy, an immigration policy that puts the interests of the Canadian people up front is actually the fairest, the most just immigration policy. It is transparent, it has the interests of the people, and every people has a right to be suffered through the parliamentary representation. By the way, I must quickly add, with all due respect to my leader, whom I love very much, and our relationship goes back 10 years, you know, I mean, Maxime hasn't said that. We know each other and we've been on platform. But you see, I am not a politician. I don't think Maxime is a politician. No, we are not politicians. I don't think even David is. I said in London, we want to be your tribune. That means we want to be your voice. We want to defend your interests. That is going back to the classical meaning of representation, the tribune that was in Rome. You elected a tribune for 2 years, and then he handed the baton on to somebody else who was elected right off the street, you know. If you want to read the classic statement of that, go back to Thucydides's great book. There's the historian, you know, talking about Pericles' great speech, you know. That's what we want to be. We want to invite every one of us. They are not going to be the special. We walked in with the shoe, that was pure accident. I apologize. You know, I raised my hand. There's no privileged position. We are citoyens, and we stand together.
It's very difficult to follow Salim on that, so I'll just say a couple things. A lot of people don't realize that currently, at the 320 to 350,000 that we have as our annual immigration rate, Canada is twice the level of the UK. It is 4 times that of Germany, and it is 6 times that of France. And in 2014, 2015, the leaders of each of those countries, the UK, France, and Germany, said that their immigration system had failed, and they could not allow the people who had come in to integrate, and they were beginning to see the social cohesion of their countries dissolve because of it. And so the truth of the matter is, if you truly do care about newcomers to your country, and we should, then we have to make sure that they are coming in at a level so they are welcomed, so that they can find employment, so that they can be integrated, so that they become our friends. Because that's what you do as a compassionate country. You make sure that the people who come into your country can be taken care of. But the numbers have to be appropriate so that that can happen. And let's be clear, the People's Party doesn't care what color your skin is, what your religion is, what your ethnicity is, related to religion, because this is the elephant in the room. We do care that you are going to embrace Canadian values that say that men and women are equal. We want you to say that. We want you to say that we will not harm you no matter what your sexual orientation is. You are allowed to live in this country. We also want to make sure that you think the laws of the land should come before your religious doctrine. And if you can't ask people that, then you're in trouble as a country. And by that, you should be able, and it's always this balance, you should be able to have the personal beliefs that you have. Absolutely. I am a strong supporter of the beliefs of people who are religious. I am a practicing Christian myself, and no one can tell me what I can or can't believe. Let's be clear about that. But the People's Party is a big tent, and they say, you can say the things you need to say, Dave, and everybody, if you're an atheist, you can say the things you want to say, and we will protect your right to speech. So what we're trying to find, isn't this the weird thing? The People's Party is the party of the center. We are the party of the center, and we are saying, let's find that balance where we can disagree with each other and respect each other at the same time.